feel like, I feel like I'm the one, young boy Neo, more than a man, great Bambino, small town roots, great big ego, skinny as a toothpick, wider than a kilo, dreaming of the day I'm the B.A. bomb, walk through the door and they find me like Dino, hip hop hero, Superman Stilo, I'ma keep it real, no, hero, he go, bitch, I'm going, I'm gone. Don't act like you surprised, bitch, you knew it all along. While y'all was still sleeping, I was creeping on my own. Now we've been eating decent.
Hey, what's going on, gamers? It's Doctor Redstone, signing back into another Knights and Dragons episode. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about friends, and friends. Heroic tip number 1. This channel is about Knights and Dragons, where we talk about tips, tricks, and different pro strategies. So if you play Knights and Dragons, consider subscribing before you go. Without further ado, cue that intro.
Right now, trying to make dreams come true right now.
Alrighty, gamers, and so in today's episode, what we're going to be talking about is friends. And basically what that means is we do have heroic mode coming up here in maybe an hour or so or something like that. Depends on when I get this edited and pushed out to you guys. But I want to let you guys know, today I'm going to be using 19 friends, and here's exactly how. Yesterday, around usually 4 or 5 o'clock, I like to use just one friend, okay? When you use one friend, it takes about 23 hours, and in that full cycle, you're able to use friends again. So in turn, what I did was I gave myself a fair cushion to start heroic mode. I'm going to be able to get those 9 friends, kind of use them, get them pushed and out of the way, get the ring and the amulet, or however you want to do it, okay? And before we get into the meat and the potatoes of this episode, talking about friends, I do want to go ahead and recap the raid. We do have that one about wrapped up, all finished. Let's go ahead and take a look and just see where we are. This will just take a moment. So we do have 2.5 hours left for the raid. Like I said, I should be able to get this thing edited and put out before heroic mode starts. We're doing pretty good. We're hitting that 20,000 mark, not really doing too bad. Milestones are okay. Definitely didn't have too much time yesterday to hit. So yeah, we'll see. Definitely thinking about doing some live streams this week, especially for heroic mode. Just fantastic hanging out with you guys, and still cannot believe that we hit already that 1,000 subscriber mark. I still remember hitting 100, and I just thought that was unbelievable. So this is like, I don't know, almost like a dream come true. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, so this is exactly where we are going to end up. Let's take a look here. So we are sitting rank 17, so more than likely we're going to end on that T25. Real quick, let's jump over to EU and just kind of see where we ended at. Alrighty, and jumping on over here to the EU server, it looks like we do have heroic mode already started. That's going to be kind of cool. We'll be able to see exactly what armor that we have set up. So we did finish 21, so again, another T25. Didn't have much trouble with raid, kind of lower armors and stuff like that. Let's take a look. Okay, nothing too crazy. A spirit and air, we might pick that one up. I'm not exactly sure. We might not be going T10, especially just doing these kind of videos and stuff like that. It's a little bit more difficult to get these recorded and then do like a T10 or anything like that. So more than likely, we'll probably actually go for the armor, especially if you guys want to see visual guides and stuff like that. It makes it a little bit easier. But without further ado, let's go and jump back over to the meat and the potatoes of this episode. If you're a lower level, you could actually literally use all friends, because you can have 89 friends in one heroic mode week. And I think there's 8 and 8 stages. That's about 64 stages. So in the beginning stages, if you used about one of them, in the first and second stage, the rest of them you could use about 2 friends. Okay, so if you're patient, even really low level, you should be able to use those friends and get the ring and the amulet and that Shadow Forge armor. One thing I did want to talk about, because not many people know exactly how to go out and get friends in the game. A lot of people, make sure and put your friend code down in the comment below, and also what you're playing on, if it's Android or iOS, and if you're playing on global or if you're playing on EU. If you got a real strong lineup, it's definitely good to have that. Also, the guild that you guys are playing in, make sure you guys get those people added into your friends list. It's really, really nice to be able to have somebody you know or have a contact with that person and say, hey, Dr. Redstone, can you switch over to this armor? Or I'm doing this stage, can you put on a fire armor or anything like that? So that's definitely going to help you out in the long run. If you do want friends and you guys don't have a bunch of people on the Line app, make sure, again, put them down in the comments below. Or what I used to do when I first previously played the game is I would go to Arena, I'd go to Epic Boss, I'd go to all 3 of the heroic modes, and I would just kind of add. I don't add the top 50 players, but usually what I would do is I'd add from 50 to 100, because you got to think about it. Everybody between 1 and probably 25, 1 and 30, all those people get so many different friends requests that the likelihood that they're going to add you is a small, small chance. So if you just go from 50 to 100, or even 100 to 150, or 100 to 200, whatever you guys want to do to send out those friends requests, that's up to you. But that's what I used to do, is I used to go from 50 down to 100, send a friend request to all of those guys, and hopefully one of them, added me, then I could use them in the long run. But again, if you have somebody on Line app, make sure you get a hold of them. Of course, you guys know that I'm always available. Get a hold of me on Line app. I'll switch to whatever armor that you guys need. So the reason being that I use my friends between 4 and 5 o'clock is not only that cushion window, is that 23 hours, as that cycles through and you go from day 1 all the way over to day 7, now that's going to be 7 hours that I'm going to be saving. So on the very first day, I'm going to be able to use 19 friends. The rest of them I'm going to use 10, but on the very last day, within about 2 hours of heroic mode expiring, so for me, waking up in the morning, I'm going to be able to use about 20 friends in that morning session. Super early in the morning, I'll be able to get those 10 knocked out, and then that last usually 2 hours or so, I'll have 10 more friends. So that's how I usually do heroic mode. Let me know down in the comments below how you guys use your friends, any tips and tricks like that you guys have. Now that you guys know exactly how I usually do heroic mode and that possibility of using 89 friends, I'm going to go ahead and take the opportunity. Tomorrow's episode is going to show you exactly what you can do. Is if you just had friends, lower level, maybe dragon forges, epic armors, whatever like that, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the stages and the beginning stages in tomorrow's episode for intermediate. And if all you needed was friends, I'll show you exactly how to get it done. Make sure you guys get that Shadow Forge armor. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. Tune in, we'll find out. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to smash that like button. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, please make sure and put those down in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe before you go. This is Dr. Redstone signing out. Thanks, YouTube.